supply of water comes from Papua, Tanuki and Ranginui. Water is important as it gives us life and food. Lakes and rivers have their own mana. They are considered important as they nourish and cleanse our bodies and spirits.
Did you know the Waikato River is the longest river in New Zealand and is 425 kilometres long?
Did you know a volcanic eruption 1800 years ago changed the path of the Waikato River?
Did you know the Waikato River flows from Mount Ruapehu to Port Waikato?
Did you know Waikato means flowing water?
In 1821, Ngāti Maru came to live in the Cambridge area with Ngāti Hoa after they were infected by Hauraki. They agreed to live together for a short time. After 9 years, Ngāti Maru decided they wanted to stay, so they began to fight over the land. Te Waharoa came up with a plan. They called on whānau from Tauranga to come and help. They didn't want to fight, so they stood on the cliff tops. He drew Ngāti Maru into the gully where Ngāti Maru saw all the warriors on the cliff tops. They were outnumbered. Vines were lowered down and Ngāti Hoa climbed out, leaving the Ngāti Maru warriors trapped. Ngāti Hoa crept up behind and attacked. After Ngāti Hoa won, they protected the decreased warriors' mana by burning their bodies on the rocks, which is how Karapiro got its name. Kara meaning rock and Pedo meaning putrid smell.
Did you know King Tawhia, the second Maori king, gave Lake Tiku Utu its name?
King Tawhia used the water to wash away his tears when his people's land was taken.
Did you know Lake Tiku Utu means to scoop up water when washing one's face?
Around 1800, Pukotarangi visited Lake Naroto with a large entourage. Pukotarangi sees all the food being gathered from the lake and thinks it will be a great place to live. He gathers 10,000 warriors hoping to invade. The local tribes led by Te Roanana found out and began to prepare for the battle. They asked a tonga called Uinuku for help. They made fake warriors out of reeds and hid Uinuku in the lake. Uinuku remained in the lake for over 100 years and now resides in the museum in Te Awamutu. When Pukotarangi saw all the warriors, he decided to attack from another direction. However, the defending tribes were waiting. They split the attackers and led them to the swamp. Pukotarangi was killed, and many of his warriors drowned. Te Roanana was victorious, and his son became the first Māori king.
Our project represents 4 important waterways in our community: Lake Tiku Utu, Lake Karapiro, and the Waikato River and Lake Naroto. The water feature represents Lake Tikautu. The name Lake Tikautu means to wash away one's sorrow. The bowls represent a wash basin. First we cleaned out the old garden and removed all the old plants and rocks. We then dug a hole for the pump because there was electricity and water going to the water feature. We had to dig a trench for the pipes. Next we laid the foundation for the bowls with bricks. We attached the hose from the pump to the top of the waterfall. This then was covered with dirt and plants. After that, we placed the bowls and finally planted all the plants.
The boulders represent how Karapara got its name. Kara meaning rocks and Puru meaning putrid smell. This was due to the burning of bodies on the rocks after the Battle of Tomoewi. Around the rocks we have planted grasses which represent the swamp that surrounds Lake Naroto. This was important during the Battle of Hingakaka, as many of the attacking warriors drowned in the water. The defenders used the clumps of reeds to jump through the dangerous swamp.
The mirror represents the Waikato River and the taniwha that live in it. Some local tribes believe that there are taniwha around many bends in the river, one at Karapara, who represents past chiefs who have passed on. This is evident in the whakatauki. Waikato taniwha, he peko he taniwha, which means Waikato of 100 chiefs on every bend.